Hello everyone, thank you for joining us for this ChargeMap keynote. I'm delighted to inaugurate this meeting with the ChargeMap community, and I'm excited to present to you our team's work this year and give you a glimpse of what's in store for next year. Feel free to use the comments to this video during the keynote. Our team will respond where possible. Pour les Français, pensez à activer les sous-titres pour suivre cette première keynote en anglais. 2022 has been very intense for ChargeMap, and we have remained focused on our mission, making charging easier to accelerate the adoption of the electric vehicles. ChargeMap is now a community of 1.5 million members registered on the platform, 280,000 charging points accessible with the ChargeMap Pass, and more than 400,000 trips calculated each month. Our team is so proud that our users have such confidence in us. One of the most used services of ChargeMap is the Route Planner. Since its launch in June 2021, over 6 million trips have been calculated. The algorithm behind it has been continuously improved, and new feature has been added. Over to Julien and Yanis to tell you more about it.
Thank you, Johan. Indeed, over the past year and a half, we have improved the Route Planner several times and implemented a couple of new features. Yanis will tell you more about these challenges.
One of the first things we did after the initial release was to switch to a more advanced type of algorithms which yields better solutions. As a result, the quality of the itineraries has greatly improved. For instance, our planner is able to select a stop sooner on a given route in order to charge a bit more and avoid exiting a motorway because of a lack of chargers further down the road. In addition, the planner can charge just enough to reach another charging point where we can charge at a higher power rating. We have also worked on improving time and energy estimations. Firstly, we modified the charging curves for more accurate charging times. Then we added more data on a couple of vehicles for better consumption estimations. And finally, we enhanced our travel times estimations that were over-optimistic. Another thing we did was to add a penalty of several minutes to the algorithms so that it will think twice before considering stopping for a short charge. This means fewer stops along your route. However, even with optimized itineraries, sometimes you may want to get rid of a stop. To do this, you just need to display the charging stations surrounding your itinerary and select one so that the planner modifies your route to include your selected charging station. Note that you can set a charging time or a desired energy level for this particular stop. Finally, I'm sure you have noticed the change by now. We have completely redesigned the interface. The major change concerns the parameters, which are now on a dedicated page. We have also added new features like a parameter to set the minimum energy level before stopping to charge, and another one to prioritize charging points that are compatible with the ChargeMap Pass.
We are constantly interacting with our community in order to receive feedback and address the issues you share with us. And it is thanks to you that we have released a product we are proud of. You help us focus on what's most important, and for example, we know that right now you are waiting for our planner to provide alternative routes and new ways to personalize your itinerary. Besides planning your trip, one of the most important things when you drive your EV is to bring your ChargeMap Pass with you. Here are Melissa and Johan to tell you a bit more about it.
Thank you, Julien. The ChargeMap Pass is an adventure we started in 2017. Our ambition has always been to offer a single card that enables you to charge everywhere without creating an account for each network. 5 years later, several 100,000 electric car drivers are using the ChargeMap Pass, and we are pursuing our vision with a network that is expanding daily.
Today, we have over 250,000 ChargeMap Pass holders in Europe. Many thanks to all of you. The development of the charging networks is at the heart of our strategy. So far, we are compatible with more than 700 networks in Europe. That's more than 280,000 charging points where you can charge using your car. Our goal for 2023 is to extend our compatibility to countries such as France, Belgium, and Netherlands. At the same time, we want to accelerate the development of compatible charging networks in countries where the demand is high, such as Germany, Spain, and Italy. This will enable you to travel and charge hassle-free across Europe. Let's go back to 2022, which was a year rich with new partnerships. We can count among them Lidl, Iberdrola, PowerDot, Electra, and many others now compatible with the ChargeMap Pass. On the subject of charging networks, we know that the issue of tariffs is one of your top priorities, and even more so in the current economic context. This is our priority too.
Pricing is an essential part of the charging experience, especially during the current energy crisis, when some charging networks have had to increase their rates. At ChargeMap, we aim to offer you the best charging rates and also to bring the maximum amount of traffic to our partners' networks that are compatible with the ChargeMap Pass. This allows them to continue investing in new charging stations and maintenance. Today, we manage more than 7,000 different tariffs, which is very complex for our users. With our desire to simplify the customer experience, we could have set a single tariff corresponding to the average charging price, as some competitors do. However, we do not agree with this approach. Instead, we need to encourage competition between charging networks on pricing and reward networks that charge at affordable rates. That's why we eliminated this option. Our policy for the ChargeMap Pass is to adopt the same pricing structure as the charging network. If the network charges by the minute, we charge by the minute. If the network charges by the energy consumed, which is what we advocate, then we adjust. We add our margin to this tariff to cover the services we offer and our costs such as R&D investments, support and assistance. Our vision is that these costs should be covered by the networks in exchange for bringing them customers. Unfortunately, at the present time, some networks and operators still stand out against proposing distributor prices, and so the final price may be more expensive on ChargeMap. In the future, these networks that voluntarily apply higher prices than their public price may see their compatibility with the ChargeMap Pass removed. Our aim is to protect you, our users. On the other hand, several networks play the game and understand the point of proposing the most competitive rates possible for the ChargeMap community. In the future, these networks will benefit from greater visibility and enhanced services in the app. We consider them privileged partners to whom we want to offer more services. In 2023, we will invest more resources into improving pricing for the ChargeMap Pass holders. This is one of the challenges we are raising. Next year, the ChargeMap Pass will also gain a new feature, remote charging from our mobile app. We are currently conducting tests with the first charging networks that will benefit from this feature. We constantly put a lot of effort into expanding the coverage of the ChargeMap Pass, but we never forget that our strength lies in our community of users. Let's talk about it.
For us, one of the most important points is that you are able to share your experience with other members of the community. Thanks to you and your 150,000 contributions this year, we have been able to improve the quality of the data on the charging stations. Our operations team, made up of 9 people, works hard every day to answer your questions and give you clear, satisfactory answers. In the same spirit, we encourage operators to provide correct data, especially on the location of charging points and the power of the stations. In other words, our goal is to give you greater reliability and peace of mind during your EV journeys.
Enhancing the community experience will be at the heart of our work in 2023. Helping you compare charging pools and choose the one that fits your precise needs at a specific point in time is going to be one of our goals. Why? Because we listen to what EV drivers have told us, and we believe that giving you the keys to compare many service providers will be a game changer for you. One of our avenues for reflection will be to improve the way you give feedback and share your charging experience with other members of the community. For example, you will be able to rate charging pools in terms of the quality of the infrastructure, the environment, the prices, and safety level. This will increase the quality of the community data. ChargeMap's ambition is also to bring you closer to the ChargePoint's owners. Therefore, sharing your contribution with them and giving them the tools to interact with you will help them improve their quality of service and your charging experience. Your feedback and exchanges with our operations team are a goldmine for our think tank. And we'd like to thank you again for your dedication and loyalty.
ChargeMap does not only offer services to EV drivers, but also to businesses. Over to Benjamin and Pierre.
Thanks, Melissa. This may be news for you. ChargeMap has a solution for businesses who own EVs in their fleet. How does it work? You can charge anywhere, anytime with a business ChargeMap pass. Your pass is connected in your company's fleet, and your fleet manager takes care of monitoring and billing your charges. No need to end in expenses report, and you save time in your professional schedule. You will benefit from the ad-free application and be able to view your charging sessions directly in the mobile app. So take an advantage of the ChargeMap network and its wide coverage to connect up to all charging points and charge during your downtime or when you are busy elsewhere. For example, customer appointment, visiting a construction site, or spending a night at the hotel. We have got additional solutions for you and your business to monitor all charging activities. Pierre will explain it to you.
Sometimes you have to drive a lot for your job, whether it is to meet with customers or simply to come to the office. You might even benefit from a company electrical vehicle and even a charging station at home, which is pretty cool. And this year, ChargeMap Business launched a new solution for your employer that will actually be beneficial for you. Let me explain that. ChargeMap Business now allows companies to remotely operate charging stations installed at employees' homes. Now, how is that beneficial for you? Well, it encourages your company to provide you with a charging station at home, first, which is way more comfortable than charging at public stations, and also cheaper. Second of all, you don't lose time charging your car anymore since you leave home with a fully charged battery every day. And last but not least, you don't have to worry about energy costs. Your company can automatically reimburse you each month for the exact amount of energy that you have consumed. You can be impactful today by helping your company to choose electrical vehicles, and with ChargeMap Business, you can encourage your company to shift towards greener mobility. If you find all these things interesting, feel free to ask your fleet manager to get in touch with us, and we'd be happy to help. That's it for this part dedicated to businesses. I hand it over to Yuan.
As you saw during this keynote, our team is more than ever committed to make charging easier for drivers and businesses. We are working on providing you with the best free mobile app, expanding ChargeMap Pass coverage, and offering you better services and prices. Unlike almost all of our competitors, we are an independent company and we want to remain so. We do not belong to an oil group or a big energy company. This is what allows us to move forward with creative energy. There are now 38 people at ChargeMap, and I congratulate the whole team for all their work. It's a real pleasure to work with this dream team. In the coming weeks, we'll be making a groundbreaking announcement, a world exclusive that will delight all ChargeMap Pass holders. Don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter, our YouTube channel, and follow us on social media to make sure you don't miss this announcement. We can't wait to share it with you. Thank you everyone, our community, our users, our customers, and our partners for your trust in ChargeMap. Feel free to tell us what you thought of this presentation in the comments of the video. I look forward to seeing you at the next keynote. Until then, be well and have a great holiday season.